Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I can tell you everything that you need to know within these 5 minutes. As a former IRS agent, I worked there for 10 years. I've been in private practice for 40 years. I have been doing this for 50 years. I have a whole team of former IRS agents on staff, and I have tax attorneys, and we are probably some of the best in the business. I've worked over about 10,000 cases at IRS and in private practice, and I do these videos for 3 reasons: so you don't get ripped off, so you hear the truth. I do many of these as a public service, and I give you insider information when I can. I've been on the national news a lot. You can see my videos at 777irs.com, and you can also go ahead and see my wonderful team of former IRS agents. Some of the things that I hear on these calls, a lot of them are for about Optima Tax Relief. They are a big tax resolution company. They are the #1 advertiser. I know that. They're all over. And I get the most complaints about Optima, probably because they're big and probably because of their system. With this, I should tell you there are good people that worked at Optima, and they do get results given on a choice. I will tell you they're very expensive, and I'm going to tell you why they're so expensive right now. Is their work the best? There's no way to tell whose work is the best. Let's just be really honest, because no one's tested everybody and no one's seen the quality of work that everyone does. But I will tell you what you're paying for Optima. You are paying for the salesman and you're paying for the advertising. I don't know who the hell works your back end cases, but let me tell you what the system is so you know and be aware. And by the way, this is not just about Optima. This is about all the big tax resolution companies that go ahead and advertise. Someone is paying for those advertising dollars that you see, and they're expensive. Many times some of these clicks are $25 a click. Whether you use them or not, you're paying that $25 every time you click. Generally, the salesman makes a really healthy portion of getting into your back pocket. As you will find out, the Optima and companies like that, the first thing they want to know is about your finances. Why? They want to know how much they can collect from you. So given the fact the salesman's taking some of that money of yours, and their advertising is, here's generally what happens to big resolution companies, all of them, not just Optima. So I'm throwing you a shade here for those businesses. So the first end person, the salesperson, takes it and they put it back into a CRM system. The person who is in fact working the case, they could be off-site, on-site. Usually they're enrolled agents who they have hired to go ahead and do the work. Generally, the enrolled agents generally are not the sharpest, or if they would be in private practice. There's people that are just starting their practice, learning about tax resolution. You are not going to get the finest of the finest with many of these big companies. They may have a couple people there that are more seasoned, but their staff is not going to be purely tax resolutionists, so you've got to be very careful. But let me tell you the word of caution that I give you to any big tax resolution company, whether it's Optima or anybody else that's out there. Don't give your money to anybody unless you do these 2 things. You give the person the financial statement that IRS is looking for, either the 433F at the service center, the 433A with the revenue officer, or the 433 OIC if it's going to an offer specialist. The other thing is, I would never recommend that you hire anyone unless you Zoom with the person doing the work. Zoom with them. Get a gut, get a feeling. So the only people that can represent you in front of Internal Revenue Service is either an enrolled agent, a CPA, or an attorney. No one else is licensed to practice in front of IRS but those 3. If you're not talking to an enrolled agent, a CPA, or an attorney, you don't know who's working your case, do you? And then you want to go ahead and Zoom with that person to see if they're real and see what they're telling you. If you've worked thousands of cases like I have, I can tell you with reasonably certainty, reasonably certainty exactly what's going to happen to your case. I can in the case of an audit because I haven't looked at your records. But if you're going to hire somebody or anybody, make sure that person's one of those three categories I told you. You can Zoom with them, send them a financial statement. If you like what you're hearing them, send them a check. We are former IRS agents. We do all our work. We answer our own phones. Give me a subscription if you would. I've just told you valuable truth. Thank you very much.